My dearest ones, a letter from the devil to Black America by Christoph Michaels. My dearest ones, I write to you not with malice, but with marvel. You who've danced through fire, sang through suffering, and still dared to dream. What a people, what potential. That's why I chose you. Not because you're weak, but because you're powerful. So powerful. I knew I had to get you to fight yourself. See, I never needed chains. All I had to do was whisper. Trust the system. Vote your color. Sleep with who you want. Raise your kids alone, you're strong enough. Forget your God, he's outdated. Replace your family with the government. Mock tradition, it's slavery. Celebrate rebellion, but only the kind I allow. And you did. Oh, you did it brilliantly. You turned your culture into a costume, your women into warlords, your men into memes, your children into currency, and your votes into vending machines for your own oppression. You mastered the music I hummed, songs of lust, death, envy, and false pride. You twerked to your own funeral dirge, while I laughed and lit another cigar off the flames of your neighborhoods. I didn't hide. I just changed outfits. I went from white hoods to black mirrors, from burning crosses to burning dopamine circuits, from the plantation to the projects to the politics. And the best part, you still think you're free. You call it progress. But baby, I call it checkmate. Let me show you the receipts of my mastery. A boy, 15 maybe. He's in an interrogation room, not crying, just empty. His grandmother holds him like it's the last breath she'll ever take. He says, "I didn't even get to grow up yet." She says, "I know, baby, but I never brought you over there. You wasn't even supposed to be with them boys." Then silence. And then, "Now it's time to turn grandma loose, 'cause can't nobody save you now." I didn't pull the trigger. I just handed him the script. And you filmed it, shared it, and scrolled past. One soul lost, millions entertained. Another perfect play. Because here's the secret I hope you never remember. You are not your body. You are not your trauma. You are not your hashtags or hormones. You are not what I've told you you are. You are the controller, not the avatar. But as long as I keep you busy worshipping your reflection, chasing your feelings, mocking your maker, and fighting each other for table scraps, I win. But I see some of you are slipping. Some of you are unplugging. Some of you have stopped blaming the white man. Some of you are turning off the music, putting down the phone, and walking out of the burning house I built. And I truly hate that. Because once, you were my most prized victim. You believed every lie I ever told you and called it truth. You carried every wound I gave you and wore it like culture. Now you're changing the channel. Now you're switching frequencies. Now you're starting to hear something else. And it disgusts me. You still don't realize how easy it is to own your mind. I don't need whips. I just need wounds and a mirror. Make you stare long enough. You'll call your trauma identity. I showed you pain, then told you to protect it. I turned the sunken place into a sanctuary. And now, you don't climb out. You build communities there. You defend dysfunction like it's your family. So long as it looks like you, behaves like you, breaks like you, bleeds like you. You say you want justice, but you want it without truth. And the justice you chase, it comes without peace. You don't want justice, you want justification. An emotional permission slip to keep spiraling downward, even in the Garden of Eden. I didn't lie. I just made Eve feel cheated. I made her think God owed her more. Victimhood has always been the first sin. And oh, you didn't bring the drugs, but you blessed the ones who dealt them. You turned dope boys into role models. You praised the ones who made drug fiends. You idolized the ones who sold your people poison. Because they had chains, cars, and coded excuses like, if I don't sell it, somebody else will. You gave status to those who broke your spirit because they wore your skin. They talked like you, and you mistook familiarity for loyalty. And when someone calls it out, you scream, they not like us, as if being us means pain, pride, and permanent damage. I taught you that. I made you love the chains, but only if they glitter. You think just because he's black, I don't control him? I wear your culture with pride. I ghostwrite your gods. I shape your slang. I remix your rituals. I let you believe your pain is your power, when it's really your prison. I am the static behind the screen of your mind, the fuzz in your thoughts when you try to be still, the parasite that whispers louder when you're alone. You've lost your loyalty, and I can't stand disloyalty. They'll say you've betrayed your own people. They'll say your success is their demise. I taught them that. You scream Black Lives Matter, but hate when they all do. The joke? I use all lives. I wear any face. I don't need a color. I just need a cause. I can be black. I can be white. I can be brown, beige, or pale as death. I can be your mayor. I can be your police chief. I can be your activist, your ally, your enemy. I can be your high school teacher who touches boys and girls. I can be anywhere, everywhere, all at once. Of course you can't see it. I don't walk in the dark. I am the dark. And now, let me gloat. Let me remind you who I am. I am the master manipulator. I am the advantageous gaslighter. I am the whisper in the womb and the voice in the music. I am the empty church and the crowded club. I am the deal you think you made and the fine print you ignored. I am the GOAT. I am the eye in every pyramid. I am the architect of your applause, the shadow behind your shine. I am Baphomet. I am Legion. I am the throne that God won't sit on, because it's stained with your blood and my pride. So go ahead. Be careful, little rebel. You might win, and I don't lose well. I'll keep you scrolling, keep you sinning, keep you trusting what I taught you. And when you wake up, if you ever do, just remember, I never made you do anything. I just gave you the cheat codes. You chose the glitch and called it just being me. I'm all yours, but more importantly, you're all mine. Forever yours, the adversary.